Hello, this is Patrick at OneCNCWest, and what I'd like to do in this video is demonstrate how we can create this solid model using OneCNC in less than 4 minutes. Let's go! Alright, so I'm going to start from scratch by creating a rectangle that has a fillet radius of 500 thousandths. I'm going to snap the origin and just drag out to x6, y minus 3 inches. That looks good. I'm going to create some parallel lines now at 1 inch 250 thousandths. Just select the line and move the cursor to the side of the line where you'd like to create. Very fast. I'm hitting the letter T on the keyboard to go into trim. Now I'm hitting the letter X on the keyboard to use the scissor trim tool. Very fast way to perform trimming. Let's make some chamfers now. So select the chamfer tool. That's going to be 650 thousandths, and all I'm doing is I'm just selecting the lines where I'd like to create the chamfer. Now let's create those fillets on the inside of the cutout there. Those are going to be 300 thousandths, and again I'm just left clicking the lines where I'd like to create the fillet. It's very fast. Let's create the holes now. Those are going to have a diameter of 250 thousandths, and all I'm doing is just snapping the center of the arcs that were already created. That speeds things up. That looks good. Alright, now after that's completed, let's go ahead and create our offset. Now this offset's going to be 125 thousandths, and all I'm doing now is double clicking and then moving the cursor to the side where I'd like to create the offset. Alright, let's extrude that outside boundary by using extrude curves. And I'm just going to drag that down to minus 750 thousandths. We're going to make a boss by using extrude boss, select that inner boundary, move it up 500 thousandths and left click. Now all I'm doing now is I'm selecting the solid model, and I'm going to move it by grabbing the point there and snapping that other point just to push the top down to Z0. Let's cut those holes out now. We'll use extrude cut, and the depth's going to be minus 500 thousandths. And all I'm doing here is I'm just left clicking, left click, and left click. Now let's create that inside chamfer there. It's going to have a distance of 375 thousandths. So using the chamfer option at 375, I'm just left clicking that edge, and there we go, we can create that very easily. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to create a construction plane on the face there, and I'm going to use the method called 3 points. All I'm doing is I'm just selecting 3 points. Now I can tell OneCNC to rotate the view so I'm perpendicular to that new construction plane. And that point right there, that's going to be the origin, and that was determined on how I created the construction plane. So now it's easy to create geometry relative to that point. I'm just creating a couple of circles here with the diameter of 250 thousandths and just typing in the coordinates, again, relative to that point that we just looked at a couple seconds ago. I'm going to create a couple of tangent lines now, just left clicking those circles. Notice how we're getting nice feedback, a tangent feedback. Going to again hit the letter X on the keyboard to go into our scissor trim, and that way I can just digitize or select what I don't need there. Alright, let's go back into our extrude cut, and we're going to make the cut distance minus 125 thousandths. There we go, and so all we need to do is just left click the boundary, and there we go, we've got that cut. What I'm going to do now is delete that light blue wireframe geometry. I'm going to select by color and simply hit the delete key on the keyboard. Alright, now let's finish up by creating those 30 thousandths chamfers on the holes as well as the oval cutout. So we'll set it to 30 thousandths, and all I'm doing is I'm just left clicking the edges. Just left click the edge, and that's it. There is our solid model. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.